Alright, once you got this thing all formed out, you got the legs and everything. Now, it doesn't have to be perfectly smooth, but you do want it to be, you know, any like deep cuts or anything, you want those to kind of be smoothed out. And you can smooth things out by just rubbing the nose of the bar back and forth. You know, when you have a, just go back and forth, zzz, and it will smooth things out. The face isn't done, and I'm going to do that last. So once it's basically formed out like that, it's time to put the fur on. And for the fur, I'm using a third saw with a dime tip blade here. And it's called a dime tip because it's the radius of a dime. It also uses quarter pitch chain with a quarter pitch sprocket. And this is a small saw because you're just using it for just putting details on. And it's a great, it takes a long time to do the fur, so you want something light. What I'm doing here is I'm going to start at the top. I'm going to take my bar and I'm just going to go up and down like this. Up and down, and then move around all the way, just random. Up and down, and it makes a zigzaggy, you know, texture. And you want to follow the right direction. So on the face here, it goes away from the snout, goes away. On the top of the head here, in the middle here, half of it goes this way, half of it goes this way, and then half of it goes in the back, right? It comes down and then into the fur here and then goes down. On the arm, it's going to go up. So you just want to pay attention to the direction, and I'm going to start at the top and work my way down. I wanted to show you what I do on the neck here. I take those grooves here and I come in with my bar like this. Let me see, here we go. Alright, and I just go up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, and I work the grooves until it widens those grooves out, and you get a pretty cool looking texture going on. Okay, once you're done adding fur to the bear, you want to take a hand torch like this and just go to burn everything, except for the eyebrows and the tops of the ears, and I guess you could burn the muzzle, but some of it you don't want to burn on the muzzle, but just go lightly and you'll be fine. On the sign, I just measured letters 2.5 inches tall, did like a 1/4 inch space, penciled it in. I don't want to use a lumber crayon here because when I sand it off, that crayon can kind of gum up the sanding disc, so I use a pencil instead. And I'll just hit this with the dime tip bar real carefully. The key for me here is just legibility. I want to make sure it's easy to read. So the spacing in here is kind of close, but that's all I had room for. So I'm going to try to get by with getting as much space in between the letters. Alright, now I've carved the letters in. I'm going to take the torch and burn the letters so that they're dark inside the letters, and then I'll come back and hit it with a sander. Alright, I'm going to go around the base now and just clean up all the edges and all the marks that I have in there. I'm going to angle everything. I'm going to dome the whole thing so rain will go, will wash away on it, and we won't have any of those marks in there. And here's the welcome sign. Alright, the base is finished. Now I'm going to sand the muzzle. And what I'm using here is just a sanding disc, 4.5 inch disc. It's a 60 grit disc on an angle grinder. That's what I use to sand this sign, and I hit the corners on the base there a little bit just to round those out. And what I'm doing is I'm getting rid of these sharp edges here. I'm going to round these out, round this out, these corners here. I'm going to round this all out and just smooth it out. Okay, I've drawn on the nose. One thing you want to pay attention to the nose is the circles have this little hook that comes out on each side, and you're going to want to carve that in there. And so I drew the nose and the mouth in, drew the eyes in. I determine the eyes by looking up the snout, and I put them right at that level, and then I just space them out till it looks right. Maybe like, I think I kind of line it up with the outer part here of the muzzle and just go up, and that usually looks pretty natural. Now I'm going to take this tool right here. This is called the Arbor Tech mini grinder. It has a carbide blade on it. There's two little bits on there. This thing is a powerhouse for removing wood. Alright, so I'm going to come around. I'm going to use this right around the nose. I'm just going to peel away around the nose so it makes the nose pop out. And I'll do the same thing with the lips. I'll come in there and define the lips with this. And I might even shape the snout a little bit if it looks like it needs it. I'll use this also to add some texture in on the cheeks there where I lost some from sanding. Okay, now I'm going to make a small pilot hole for each nostril using a drill bit. And once the pilot hole's in, I'm going to switch over to a die grinder with this kind of cone-shaped bit into it. And this is a variable speed die grinder by Makita. And this is a great tool. I use this all the time. I'm going to stick it in like that, just kind of work it around and shape that nostril real nice. Okay, now I'm going to take a Dremel with this cylinder shaped bit with little lines in it and use that to make that little wings in the nostrils. I'm also going to use this to make the eye. I'm just going to go around like this and make a ball, and then just put these little eyelid wrinkles in there with this bit. Okay, next I put a sanding drum on the die grinder and just smooth out the muzzle around the nose, anywhere that needed a little bit of sanding. Okay, I took the grinder, the 2-inch Arbor Tech grinder, and just kind of added some details to, texture to the ears, and just kind of shaped them a little bit. Also, I don't know if I mentioned before that the quarter tip bar, I came in here and just kind of scooped out the inside of the ear just to give it some dimension there. Alright, now the next step is to take the wire brush, and I'm going to take that wire brush and basically just go like this with all that charred. I want to get all the residue off in preparation for putting the stain, the wood preservative, on. Alright, now this bear is going to be holding a rope with fish on it, but you could put a solar lantern in there, and that would look really awesome. So how I'm doing that is I just cut a slice of wood off one of the scraps, and I drew a fish on there. So I'm going to take that to my bandsaw, cut that out, and then trace it again, and I'll cut out 3 fish. Alright, next I'm going to use my drill and put a hole going through the hand here, and so I can tie a rope to it or put a solar lamp in it.